Hey everyone, we're back again with another two-story video, so be sure to stick around till the end. The first one is titled, Me with My Wife of 5 Years. I know she's cheating on me. I can't bring myself to confront her. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of our future content. Let's get right into it. I met my wife 7 years ago at a party. She was the out-of-your-league girl no one hit on, and I was the awkward boy in the corner trying not to stare. Eventually, she was introduced to me by the host. We bonded over a shared love of darts, went on a few dozen platonic outings together, and after one beer and a darts-filled night, a year later, we wound up in her bed and in a relationship. A year later, she proposed to me. She's the power person in our relationship. I am working as a chocolatier. She's a vice president in a larger corporation. She works long days and longer nights. I cook and keep the house clean, and work 5 days a week in a small artisanal shop downtown. We're pretty high-end, so I am making good money, but she's making way more than twice of my salary. So she buys the toys for the house, including a new set-top box for the TV. The set-top box has a screensaver mode where it rotates pictures in your Apple photo library. Last week, she was still at work. I came home from my day and the TV, which I'd used to watch a YouTube video that morning and definitely had turned off, was on a screensaver. On it were pictures that must come from her phone, showing her, in our living room, one of our female friends, and a guy I've never met in very explicit poses. The pictures moved around the room, so I think there must have been a fourth person taking pictures with her phone, but I didn't see that person. What was weird was that she was wearing a bandage on her hand, something she'd done that morning after complaining about RSI. I left the TV on and was very shocked, but decided to leave the screensaver and see what she had to say when she came home later that evening. When she came home, the pictures seemed to have disappeared. They haven't shown up anymore since then on the TV. I asked her if she'd been home during the day because the TV was on, and she said she'd come home during lunch to pick up a USB stick she'd forgotten in her computer at home. I tried to ask her about the pictures, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. Now, I have to add something. I am not a very experienced person in intercourse matters. I am an introvert and barely had relationships before her. Our intercourse life is tough, even for my experiences, very vanilla. I never had oral intercourse in my life before, and only twice since we met. Suggesting it to her usually meant that she'd lecture me about not doing those things, and intercourse for the night was a no-go. In those pictures, she did all those things she never wanted to do with me. Since that day, I have tried to confront her a number of times. She stays out longer. Lately, not just since last week, for the past 4 months maybe. And she's often too tired for anything romantic, even just cuddling. And when she comes home, she often disappears in her office and comes to bed long after I have fallen asleep. But even during the times we had together, like this weekend, I can't bring myself to confront her. I am worried about what I might hear and what this would mean for our relationship. I still love her very much and can't imagine a life without her. How can I summon the courage to do this? Is there a way out of this? And the first comment says, get angry. Your wife has zero respect for you. She had intercourse with other people in your home and took pictures of it. You should be pissed. Here's what you're going to do today. You are going to talk to a lawyer. You are not initiating divorce proceedings, but you're going to understand what is involved and how to protect yourself if a divorce is imminent. Then you're going to do all of those things the lawyer tells you to do. Bank accounts, getting together important documents, etc. Then when your wife comes home, you are going to sit on the couch with the pictures queued up on the television. As she walks in, you are going to ask her calmly if she would care to explain. Listen to her explanation and make sure that you have the biggest balls you can muster while doing so. Remember, just because your intercourse life has been boring doesn't give her the right to S on your face. Be mad. It's okay to be mad. Give yourself a few days to process everything after you hear what she has to say, and then decide what to do. It's either going to be marriage counseling or divorce, and I would certainly recommend the latter. And the OP replied, the pictures are gone. I spent all day today on the screensaver. I was scared too, to tell you the truth. And there are pictures she took at our vacation a few weeks ago, and some pictures she took of food for her Instagram, but the in-course ones are gone. I am calling a lawyer from the park. I don't want to do it from home in case she's coming home. Thank you for your suggestions. And the next story is titled, Girlfriend of 4 months is pregnant. I'm sterile. Everything was fine before this, but I don't know how to handle this. Let's get right into it. Girlfriend and I are both in our early 20s and are graduating from college this week. We have been dating for 4 months, but only have been exclusive for 1. No problems whatsoever in our relationship before this. I got a vasectomy when I was 19. The thought of having a kid before I was ready absolutely terrified me, and it was really getting in the way of my relationships, so I just got it done. Save some juice for later use, in case I ever changed my mind. I hadn't told her yet because we haven't been dating that long, and we haven't gotten that serious yet. It was a non-issue anyway, as I could still have children if I really wanted to. I'm getting checked to make sure I am still sterile next week, but I'm pretty sure I'm still shooting blanks. I have had 2 previous tests all come back as sterile after the first few months after the operation. I really just don't know how to handle this. I like her a lot and everything was going really well up to this point. I feel horrible asking her to get an abortion and just continue on like nothing happened, because that seems really selfish. On the other hand, I have no intention of acting like the father and getting wrangled into being legally responsible for the kid. With the time frame of our exclusivity being so short, she could have gotten pregnant without cheating on me. I'm just not sure how likely that is. Obviously, I have to handle this somehow, I just have no idea how. And the OP has an edit for us. I always use protection. I don't want any STDs. Also, she didn't know I was sterile. I thought I made that clear in the post, but some people seemed confused about it. I was going to tell her when things got more serious. And the OP has an edit for us. She went to the doctor today and she's 100% pregnant. Doctor says she's probably about a month long, which confirms in my mind that it is not mine. I went to the doctor today as well, but won't find out until tomorrow for certain. However, the doctor said the chances of me being sterile again are very minor. Also, she's very certain about keeping the baby. I haven't told her about my sterility yet until I get confirmation from the doctor. Had the talk a few hours ago. Things did not go as planned. I need to sort my head out before I try explaining what happened. And the first comment says, after ensuring that you're still sterile and get this documented, it may prove helpful in the future. Make sure she knows you couldn't have been the father before she gets too far along for an abortion. Do not in any way allow her to believe that you might play any type of parental role here. Make sure she understands that you will not still be together with her when the baby appears. She either needs to find the real father, I assume she was with him before you became exclusive, or she needs to take care of this matter herself. The sooner, the better. Disentangle yourself ASAP, as there have been occasions where a reluctant non-biological father has nonetheless ended up being the legal father. And the OP replied, that's exactly what I was thinking. I've heard way too many horror stories about the family court system to ever want to possibly be involved in it. With that said, how do I make it clear that I will not stick around if she has the kid without making it sound like an ultimatum, / sounding like a D? Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of our future videos, and be sure to comment below what other subreddits you want me to cover.